Hey guys, I'm going to go over all these little settings at the top to show you how to maximize your chart. So the very first one is obviously you can do options here. They don't do data during after hours, so you won't see it. You can actually type notes. Hey, took 50,000 shares at the 16 break this morning. And then this will always be here. And then you can actually type the day, which is 11/17/23. So you can have notes always there. You can do news. You'll see a lot of them doing after hours and before. They even had all the, why is it still up 160%? Financials, so you can get a quick read on it. Also, a lot of the information is just right here. The key statistics over here to the right side. That's where I look for open and close. If I'm over a candle right now, you'll see the volumes change right here. So you knew when the volume was in. Volume was in. Yeah, the volume was still, but you start seeing it go from 600,000 to a candle. Now we're down to like 5 and 12,000. So just trade whatever you like. I usually trade with volume, and I looked at this key level somewhere today and took that trade here in one section. Then the next section, I took it again from here to here. All right. And then it bottomed out here because if you notice, the volume was up and the volume could not continue. So that's why that failed. So you just got to look at all those other things that it can only go up if the volume keeps progressively moving up. You'll see these two very strong moves, very strong move, super strong moves right here earlier today. So just look at all that stuff when you can. All right, the first one is going to be chart. So we're going to start adding some indicators. Now, there's two ways you can do it. When you click it, you'll see it pop out. So we're going to have to do that first. You can go right to indicator settings. That's the quickest way to see every indicator right here. So let's just say we click alligator. You'll see it pop up on the page. So I'm going to put this over the corner so you can see each setting. I don't use alligator, but you can see that it's shorting this way and longing that way. Shorting this way. And then when it goes long, you'll see them cross over. So maybe that's a little good indicator. That looks pretty good, actually. Then Bollinger Bands. The same thing when it's bouncing off the bottom, it can go up more. So I think Matt Fettig trades this way. Very good settings. It bounced here, so you at least you know, well, it stopped trending down and then maybe based out. And then we have DC. Don't know what that is. Probably looks almost the same exact thing. I'm sure it's based with something average of it moving properly. It's a length of 20, so maybe just basis of a 20 EMA and the highs and lows of bands. EMAs, I do use EMAs. So if I come over here, I'll double click on it and then you'll see the numbers. I use 5, 9, 20, 50, and 200. I click on style, so I uncheck the 60 just because I don't use it. And then I use different settings here just for different colors. I use purple because Rob uses purple. So when you start shorting and one of your targets is going to be EMA 200, you definitely want that already on there so you don't have to think about it later. So you'll see the stock coming down all the way to 200 and it bounces. And then it crossed over the 200. And then it crossed over again at the 200. So other little key influences, whatever your trading style is, look at that and see what is good for you that works. Obviously, they all crossed here. All the EMAs crossed here, so that should show you some upward thrust. Right here, so I'm probably going to take that back off. ENV, same thing, enveloping. Some people use it where it bounces off the bottom. And then it goes up. So if you see it trail, it'll probably trail, and that might be a great indicator. So try some indicators. Find out your own style that you like and use anything that you like in here. This one, I think somebody called and complained about fib levels. So these fib levels are running the whole time during a trade. So they're just high and low. Looks just like the same other thing, but this is pretty crazy how when this was going down. So I'm going to take those off. I see. Not gonna lie, don't know what. Let me see what it is. Yeah, Ikushiko clouds. I don't use that. Kettner channels. Now I think Luke's been using this a lot. If you notice when it's below it, now it's below or basically underbought. So now maybe people are going to start buying it up here. Now it's overbought. So any little indicator that can help you give a little more confluence, try it. Cannot be wrong. MA, that's called moving average, just like that. I think I just use exponential, works better. Here's pivot. I do use pivot. I don't use every setting, but I do use the pivot points because I want to know where the stock was going. So let me just show you a quick 1 hour and leave that up and make sure pivots are on there. So I'll click a 1 hour chart, which I usually look at that chart. So basically, if you look at this basically looks like it had a good day, but basically still on the overall plan for the 1 hour chart, it's stair stepping down. All right, so let's go back to indicator settings. I'm going to uncheck that one. Go back to the 1 minute. All right, SAR. You have parabolic SAR. So acceleration factors that they use on there. We have SDC, standard deviation channels. I know a lot of top traders use that. I haven't experimented with it or tested it out yet, so really haven't used it yet. Super trend, still don't use that. Let's see what it looks like on the chart. All right, that looks doable. I might have to check that one out. CD, sequential. VP, volume profile, very big. A lot of people use that. You'll see the volume of where people are holding stocks for you to buy. So if you do that or order book, you'll see it as well. VWAP, you'll see mine yellow and dashed, so I see it. Let's go. And then you'll see that that's where the average price is just running during that. Since it's 1 hour, it's pretty much going to look like it's just down dead center the whole time. And then VWAP bands. Just probably the same thing. Targets above, targets below. If it's hitting the bottom channel, it's underbought. And then if it's overbought, if it's hitting the top channel. So those are just little indicators you can use for the main chart, meaning actually on the candlestick part. The subcharts, we're going to go in a different section right now, and that'll give you other indications.